This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Alex Eala is heading to the round of 16 at the Indian Wells. The Filipina star forces world number 4 Coco Gauff to retire after a dominant start. The Philippines is set to host the inaugural C+ Youth Games next year. Officials say the tournament will help develop future stars while boosting sports tourism in the country. Star tight end Travis Kelce may not be done in the NFL just yet. The Kansas City Chiefs veteran is set to hit free agency, with reports saying he could be open to joining another team. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 9th of March. Now, here's our roundup brought to you by the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Olympic Committee, and the NST-IAC. Alex Eala's impressive run at Indian Wells continues. The 20-year-old Filipina advanced to the round of 16 of the BNP Paribas Open after world number 4 Coco Gauff was forced to retire from their match. Now, Eala sets her sights on another big test against Linda Noskova. Here's the story from our sports correspondent, Sheila Salaysay.
Alex Eala is not done making noise at the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells. The 20-year-old Filipino sensation storms into the round of 16 after world number 4 Coco Gauff was forced to retire in the round of 32 showdown. But make no mistake, Eala had already seized control. From the opening exchanges, the Filipina star came out fearless and firing. Eala surged to a 5-2 lead in the first set, putting Gauff under relentless pressure and forcing errors from the American star, who struggled with her serve and called for a medical timeout to treat her left arm. But momentum had already shifted. Eala slammed the door 6-2 in the opening set, then raced ahead 2-0 in the second before Gauff ultimately could not continue. The victory marks Eala's 4th career win over a top 10 opponent, joining a growing list of elite names that includes Jasmine Paulini, Madison Keys, and world number 2 Iga Swiatek. After the match, Alex Eala also showed sportsmanship by congratulating Coco Gauff and wishing her a speedy recovery from injury. At the same time, she delivered a message for women around the world in celebration of International Women's Day. Eala also gave special recognition to her mother, one of her biggest inspiration in her tennis journey, as well as to Gauff, whom she acknowledged as a fellow woman athlete and role model.
I want to say thank you to all the incredible women who have paved the way and who have advocated for themselves and for other women. Among them is Coco. So thank you, Coco, for being an amazing competitor and amazing role model. And I really hope that everything is well and you will recover soon. I also want to say Happy Women's Day to my mom, who is there in the stands. Amazing woman that she is and for helping me become the woman that I am.
Now Alex Eala turns her focus to her next challenge, a round of 16 clash with 14th seed Linda Noskova, who survived a tough 3-set battle against Sorana Chistea. Their highly anticipated matchup is scheduled for Wednesday, March 11, as the competition continues at the BNP Paribas Open. Reporting for the Scorecard, Sheila Salaysay, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
CC Rondina and the Chocomucho Flying Titans aim to strengthen their position in the standings when they face the Farm Fresh Foxies in the Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference at the Phil Oil Center in San Juan. The Flying Titans, currently 4th in the standings, are looking to build on their recent momentum with Rondina and Eala leading the offensive charge. Meanwhile, Farm Fresh hopes to turn things around after a series of tough losses, but with Trisha Tubu expected to anchor the Foxies' attack. With the top 4 teams advancing directly to the next round, every match carries heavyweight expectations as the race for the semi-final spots continues to heat up. Filipino boxer Carlen Rivas is once again stepping onto the international stage as she prepares for another major challenge in Japan. Rivas is set to face undefeated Japanese fighter Sazanami Balu for the vacant OPBF Light Flyweight Championship on March 12, 2026 at the historic Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. The matchup pits the experienced Filipina against a rising Japanese contender. Rivas enters the bout with a record of 9 wins, 8 losses, and 4 draws, while Balu carries an undefeated record of 6 wins and 1 draw heading into the title fight. Preparing for the championship fight has also required a major physical sacrifice for Rivas. To qualify for the light flyweight division, the Filipino boxer had to undergo an intense weight cut, dropping from 59 kilograms down to 49 kilograms this year in order to meet the division's limit.
Mas dinagdagan ko yung oras ng ensayo, pati yung recovery, yung itulog, tsaka yung strategy, yung plan namin, iniba namin ngayon. Malaki yung pagkakaiba kasi yung tapos yung time management, iba talaga. Tsaka yung siguro yung dedication ko ngayon kasi hindi na tayo bumabata. Kaya mas pinokus ko ngayon kasi gusto ko, kahit na ganito yung edad ko, gusto kong maging inspirasyon sa mga kababaihan.
The Filipino fighter is no stranger to tough battles in Japan. In a previous title attempt, Rivas faced Japanese champion Madoka Wada for the OPBF female minimum weight crown, where Wada successfully retained the title after scoring a 7th-round stoppage victory over the Filipino challenger. Beyond chasing another says her journey inside the ring is also about empowering women and inspiring them to pursue their dreams.
Kung gusto nyo to, subukan nyo, wag nyo ilimit yung sarili nyo na marami nagsasabi na, hindi maganda yung sport na yan, na mahirap yan. Ganun talaga, wala namang madali sa mundo di ba? Kumbaga, maging determinado ka, disiplinado. Kung gusto mo yan, panindigan mo.
To the ring, stronger, lighter, and determined to make her mark. The Philippine Olympic Committee and the Philippine Sports Commission announced that the Philippines will host the inaugural C+ Youth Games from December 2 to 14 next year, bringing together young athletes from Southeast Asia as well as selected Central and East Asian nations. According to POC President Abraham Bambol Tolentino, the biennial meet for athletes aged 16 and under aims to strengthen grassroots sports development and serve as a pathway for young talents preparing for major competitions such as the Asian Youth Games, Palarong Pambansa, and Batang Pinoy. The tournament will feature from ASEAN nations, including the host Philippines, along with Southeast Asian countries, as well as invited nations from Central and East Asia, such as Japan, South Korea, Bahrain, and more. Mandatory Olympic sports like athletics, swimming, triathlon, judo, boxing, golf, taekwondo, skateboarding, wrestling, fencing, basketball, tennis, and gymnastics will headline the program. Meanwhile, PSC Chairman Patrick Pato Gregorio will lead the staging of the event, highlighting its potential to boost sports tourism as thousands of athletes, officials, and visitors are expected to travel to the Philippines for the youth competition. The score may have favored Team North, but Team South head coach Chot Reyes walked away proud of his squad's fight. Despite a 147-142 loss in the PBA Season 50 All-Star game, Reyes praised his underband lineup for holding their ground and even threw his support behind the experimental rules that added more speed and excitement to the showcase. Here's our sports correspondent Zeus Valdez with the details.
Team South head coach Shot Reyes expressed pride in his squad's performance despite a 147-142 loss to Team North in the PBA Season 50 All-Star Game Sunday night at the Candon City Arena in Ilocos Sur. Team North pulled off a late comeback capped by a spectacular 3-point dunk from Japet Aguilar to seal the 5-point victory. Still, Reyes commended his players for their effort throughout the game, especially with a shortened roster featuring several All-Star first-timers.
I'm very proud of the effort of our players. You saw we only had 9 players and we have 5 first-timers. So for the fact na lumaban sila, we gave them a good fight.
The veteran coach also threw his support behind the experimental rules used during the exhibition match, including the bonus point for basket scored within 7 seconds.
More than that, I really like the 3 points as an extra point on inside 7 seconds. That was a rule I implemented in the NBA during my time. I think that's really going to speed up the game.
The special rules were part of the league's effort to add excitement to the All-Star Showcase as the PBA continues to celebrate its 50th season. Reyes also reminded that the All-Star event is about entertainment and appreciation for the fans who support the league.
Nalugi kami, panalo kami sa sayaw eh.
The All-Star Games serve as the finale of a weekend-long celebration in Candon, featuring skills competitions, community activities, and the traditional North versus South showdown. Reporting for the Scorecard, I am Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The Philippine women's national football team saw their hopes of reaching the quarterfinals of the AFC Women's Asian Cup take a hit after Uzbekistan women's national football team defeated Bangladesh 4-0 in Perth. The result pushed Uzbekistan ahead in the race among third-place teams, edging the Filipinas on goals scored despite both sides holding the same goal difference. The crucial 4th goal from Nilufar Kudratova late in the match ultimately swung the standings in Uzbekistan's favor. However, the Filipinas campaign is not over just yet. The team's fate now depends on the result of the Japan women's national football team match against Vietnam, with a Japan win by at least 3 goals needed to keep the Philippines' quarterfinal hopes alive and their path toward the FIFA Women's World Cup 2027. Star tight end Travis Kelce wants to keep playing in the NFL and could be open to joining another team. The 13-year Kansas City Chiefs veteran is set to become an unrestricted free agent after the expiration of his 2-year, $34.25 million extension. Kelce, who turns 37 in October, has been weighing retirement the past 2 off-seasons, but is now expected to let his representatives talk with multiple teams. The Chiefs say they are preparing for both scenarios. General Manager Brett Veach says the team is taking a wait-and-see approach on whether Kelce returns or moves on. The 3-time Super Bowl champion is coming off a quieter season, finishing with 851 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns. Still, Kelce remains one of the most decorated tight ends in NFL history and holds the Chiefs' all-time records for receptions, receiving yards, and touchdown catches. When we return, the Macau Black Knights arrive in the PBA as the guest team for the league's historic 50th season. Head coach Garrett Kelly, team captain Jenning Leong, alternate governor Jack Ruby, and the rest of the squad join us to talk about their mission in the PBA Commissioner's Cup and how they plan to compete against the PBA's best. All that and more when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. The PBA Commissioner's Cup is set to welcome an international flavor as the Macau Black Knights join the league as a guest team for the PBA's historic 50th season, bringing a mix of experience and global talent, the Black Knights are looking to make their presence felt against the league's best. And joining us now to talk about the team, their preparation, and what they hope to bring to the PBA stage, our head coach Garrett Kelly, team captain Jenning Leong, Asian heritage player Damian Chongqui, alternate governor Jack Ruby, forward Ramon Keo, and assistant coach Denzel Wong. Guys, welcome to the show. And I'm sure you guys are so excited to be debuting in the PBA's 50th season this coming Wednesday. How are you guys feeling?
We're just excited to be here. We're grateful to be included in this historical 50th season in the PBA. And we just couldn't be more excited to get started and feeling very welcomed by the Philippine fans and the people here.
Coach Garrett, you've been coaching this team for 2 years as the Macau Black Bears. Now it's a new chapter, being known as the Macau Black Knights. 12 days, you told me before we went live. So how is the makeup of the team, and what can we expect? What can the fans expect from the Macau Black Knights in the PBA?
Yeah, I think we have a really diverse team. We have guys from the Philippines. Jennings born or lived here, grew up here when he was younger. Damien from the USA, but has Chinese heritage in his family. Ray from Australia, but also Chinese heritage background. And we just have a diverse team with a bunch of really interesting characters and a lot of fun to be around, really good people that work really hard. And we're going to play a fast, fun brand of basketball. We're going to share the ball. We're going to play full court. We're going to shoot a lot and hopefully put on a good show for the fans.
Now, of course, one of the headlines with regards to the Macau Black Knights is your import, Tony Mitchell, and PBA fans are very familiar with him when he played with the Star Hotshots. So how do you expect to integrate Tony with your squad, and how can he adapt to the new players that he'll be teaming up with?
That's an easy one. Tony, if you've met him, is one of the most charismatic, gregarious guys you'll ever see. Big smile on his face every time you see him. Awesome teammate, always trying to bring everybody in and include everybody on everything. Also a phenomenal athlete, so I think he's going to be a great balance to us with our speed and some of our shooting skills. He's going to be a great defender and a great finisher for us.
All right. Now I go here to Governor Jack Ruby.
No, just alternate.
Alternate Governor Jack Ruby. Sir Jack, so bagong chapter, Macau Black Knights. Just for the record, why the name change? Because even I'm familiar with the team as the Macau Black Bears. So just for the record, bakit naging Black Knights itong team na to?
2 words, level up. I mean, we're joining one of the most competitive professional leagues in Asia, if not the most competitive. So to level up, we rebranded from the Bears to the Knights. That's the only explanation there. So hopefully we'll be very competitive in this in the PBA.
Very competitive, but is there a target? Is there a goal that you're trying to reach in your first conference in the PBA?
One game at a time, right? One win at a time. I learned from the coach.
Coach, I'll throw that question to you. Any goal that you're trying to reach?
Yeah, we're trying to get ready to play on Wednesday at 7:30. So we're focused on tomorrow first, try to have a good practice, try to get these guys healthy, and literally 6 days ago, less than 6 days ago. Some of them came yesterday. So we're just putting the group together, trying to get a feel for each other. Some guys have played together. Damien and Jenning have played together. So there is some familiarity, but we're just all trying to learn each other and put our best foot forward and hopefully put on a show Wednesday night, and then we'll take it from there.
All right, so Coach Garrett mentioned your first game is on Wednesday, opening day, 7:30, against a very tough team in the Converge Fiber Xers, a young, promising, talented squad. I'm going to throw this question to your captain, Jenning. Have you been watching the
it's going to be a tough game for us, but I think if we play together as a team, push the ball, play our brand of basketball, we can compete with anyone.
You're one of the longest tenured players on this squad, the team captain. From your perspective as one of the players, how is the chemistry of the squad?
Well, like what we just said, we've been together for a short time, so it's definitely developing. But I know guys on the team, I've played with them before, so I think give us a couple days and a couple weeks, and throughout the season, our chemistry is going to build.
And just in case people aren't very familiar with your background, Coach Garrett mentioned that you have some Filipino roots. Is that right?
Yeah, I moved here when I was 1.
Okay.
I grew up in Los Baños, Laguna. I I lived here until I was done with high school, and then I went to Canada for university.
Okay, so this is not really unfamiliar territory for you.
Not necessarily, but it's special. I mean, I always dreamed of playing the PBA.
All right, awesome. All right, I'm gonna move on here to Damien now. Have you been watching Converge? I'm sure you're gonna be matched up with some very exciting players there, like Juan Gomez de Leano. Have you watched them at any point?
Not yet. We're probably gonna lock in on that scout in the next 24 hours. But like Jen said, we've heard they had a lot of good players. There's a lot of teams in this league. So just gonna bring our brand in basketball and compete at a high level.
For you personally, what's your role on Coach Garrett's squad? What can we expect you to be doing on a in-game basis, every game-to-game basis?
Just being a leader, trying to get the guys in the right spot, scoring the ball, facilitate, whatever really needs to be done to win the game. So I'm gonna try to be the anchor for the team and look to get guys in the right spots.
All right, now I'm gonna talk to the big man here, Ramon Keo. What is expected from you? There are a lot of guys that you're gonna be matched up with, some big boys in the PBA as well. What can we expect from you wearing that Macau Black Knights jersey?
For me, it's just similar to my role when I was with Eastern, being a tough defender, playing against big guys, rebounding, defending, setting hard, strong screens, and shooting the ball and just doing what it takes to help my team win.
Are you familiar with some of the players in the PBA? Have you watched any? Who in particular do you want to try testing your talent and size and strength against?
No one in particular, but from my experience from last season, definitely want to compete against Juma Fajardo, because he's one of the biggest, strongest players I've played against, so I would love to give that a go again this season.
Yeah, we'll look forward to your matchup with some of the Converge guys like Justin Arana and Justin Baltazar, some very promising young players as well who play your position. Now, Coach Denzel, from your perspective naman, how is the gelling of the team and what type of style do you see the Macau Black Knights implementing here in the PBA?
I think the team is doing well. So in practices, we run a lot of running, a lot of shooting. So we want to keep the game fast, and we love to score a lot of points. That's Coach Garrett's system. Such a wonderful coach, great coach. So he pushes everybody's to their limits. You gotta push hard, you gotta work for every shot. So yeah, and I think me watching basketball ever since I was young, so I know a lot of the Filipino players. I can also tell coach what are the tendencies of the Filipino players, what they can do, so how we can defend them and how we're gonna score over them.
Coach Garrett, I wanted to ask you about the 4-point shot. Have you ever coached in a league with a 4-point shot?
Have not. We just, we've discussed doing this, playing in the PBA for almost over a year now. It's been in our plans, and we've just kind of slowly but surely worked our way into a position to get invited.
Yeah.
And once we did, and it kind of started to crystallize that we were going to be playing here, me and the coaching staff and the players kind of started talking to each other about how we're going to approach some of the different rules, and 48-minute game, 12-minute quarters, 4-point line. And so I think we're going to try to take advantage of it best we can. We got some guys that can make that shot, and we're going to try to have some fun with it.
All right, Coach Garrett and Sir Jack, you can answer this question. So there are 2 more conferences plus the pocket tournament remaining. So what's the outlook for the Macau Black Knights? Are you going to participate in all of those? And possibly beyond, because I've been reading something that you guys are looking to become permanent members in the PBA.
Yeah, I'll take it. I think we love it here. We love the fans. We love the people. We love the basketball culture. The people in the Philippines are so welcoming, and they have such a joy about them day to day that it really fits well with our personalities. So we'd love to be a part of this long term. I think we have to prove ourselves first. It starts on Wednesday night, and I think if we can go 1 week at a time and compete at a high level, I think put on a good show and be embraced by the fan base, then I think we'd be an asset to the league moving forward.
Sir Jack, anything you want to add?
basically, it's really just one game at a time. But definitely, that's part of our plans. But we'll take baby steps first.
All right.
We just need to win first.
And that first step is on Wednesday, against Converge. We're very excited to see you guys in action. So thank you so much for joining us here on the Scorecard and for sharing a little bit about what the Black Knights of Macau are all about. Thank you so much. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.